What's up, guys? Welcome to Reef Tank TV. Shane here. I am down at Reef Lounge. Just wanted to give you guys a quick little sneak peek here at some of the newer systems. So this is actually in the back of the store here. I'll show you guys up front here in a second. So basically this is the saltwater side over here. And we have the newly built out freshwater side over here as well. But I know what you guys are all here for. You're here to see the coral. So these systems back here, these were the last systems to go in. These are basically our farm systems and then for online. So this will be cool. I actually got the flow off on this one right now. This is our torch system. So this is all stuff that we have been cooking up for the last couple of months. These guys were all fragged initially, and then actually some of these were refragged, broken down further last week. But yeah, so this first system right here, this is basically an online holding tank. So we'll have just random stuff here, like this tray is for the items that we have on auction right now. Just other small collections from website updates that we've done. This tank here, or this row right here, this is more farming stuff. So this is strains that we're trying to keep around long term, stuff that we're trying to cultivate ourselves. You'll see some of the nicer torches. These guys here, all aquacultured. Nice torches. Probably don't even maybe need the lens for this one because we're running pretty white lights on these. This is the most recent system that we've started stocking, the acro system here. I'm trying to get the filter right here, guys. This will be the toughest system to get good color on, but you guys get the idea. All maricultured acro, that stuff. Also, they're all stuff that we've been cooking up for the past like 3-4 months probably. This tank here, a lot of frags, a lot of A-cans that we fragged up recently. Again, just more farming stuff. These are some CSBs. These actually came from my place. I bought one maybe 2-3 years ago, and they just got to the point where they were all over the tank. They were becoming a problem. So I was going out of town on my honeymoon for a couple of weeks, and I was worried about having all those nymphs in the tank and where they might wander off to. So I just went ahead and brought them in here to the shop, and we've been growing them out here ever since. This system here is mostly just stuff that we're farming. So we'll have our mother colonies in there, and then we'll just, cut frags of each one, give them a little bit of time to heal up in here before we send them to the website. A lot of just random cool stuff in here. Some weeping willows. Some kind of unique hammer varieties. Some Zoa. Definitely always try to have a strong focus on Zoa. We have a local community here that a lot of Zoa heads for sure. So we're always trying to find new strain aquaculture strains that we may not have yet. Always trying to add new stuff. So. But yeah, that gives you guys kind of an idea, a little bit of what goes on back here. And then this system is just for receiving new shipments. So if we have a new shipment coming in, new import, everything's gonna go in here, and pretty much it'll go into this tank first for a couple of days, at which point we will start sorting it, going through it, putting it over here in this tank. If we see any issues, any pests, anything that needs to be handled, we're going to go ahead and treat before we move it into this tank. Now everything is all on one system. So just because we move something from this tank to this tank does not mean that there's not going to be cross-contamination. There definitely is, but it's just kind of the protocol we have in place right now to try to mitigate any of the common issues that people run into, especially when importing. You know, you are going to be bringing in some coral from the wild. You're going to run into a lot more pests, bacteria, diseases, that sort of thing. So it's really crucial that we have a separate system for things to come in. Once we're pretty confident that things are clean and ready to go into the farm, they'll go in here for about another month, maybe 6 weeks, just observational period where we're just checking them out every couple days, making sure there's no surprises. Once they make it through that stage, we may feel confident enough to go ahead and add them in to the farm. These systems are the newest here in the building, other than the freshwater, so they've kind of just been an ever-evolving project, been kind of growing the past couple of months, been trying to acquire some different strains and start stockpiling some genetics to fill these things up a little bit. Like I said, most of these acro here is mostly maricultured stuff that we imported 4 or 5 months ago, and then just a few selective strains that we've gotten from local reefers and stuff like that. So yeah, just a little bit of a behind the scenes look at some of the systems back here that, if you guys are familiar with the store, you may not have seen. We don't always let people go back there, and like I said, they haven't been set up that long, so if you checked us out in the past, you might not have seen them. This is the saltwater side of the store right here. We've got tanks, supplies, pretty much anything that you can need. A couple of displays. I know everybody always wants to see the displays, so I'll just give you guys a quick look. This one here I think is about 220. This is Jimmy's tank right here. A lot of big showpiece corals. Canthophilia, some big elegance, a lot of bubble corals in here. Young tank, this thing's only been set up maybe 4 or 5 months. Really only had a lot of fish and coral in the last maybe month and a half, 8 weeks, something like that. But coming along nicely. This tank, very new, still very much in the ugly phase, as you guys can see here. Put some SPS frags in here, some acro. They're doing relatively well for the overall condition and maturity of this tank. It's kind of our next project to tackle here. This one was actually a trade-in from a customer, or not a trade-in, but it was an old service account. Guy was moving out of state and didn't want to take the tank with him. So we ended up just grabbing the tank from him. Most of these corals that are in here is stuff that we planted, I guess, after we got the tank in here. But there is a little mandarin in here that's one of the original fish. Just kind of, again, experimenting with this one, trying a few tests with par and stuff like that. We were testing with the par meter here the other day. You can see some of these numbers. We're getting about 450 there at the top with just one XR30 on a 36-inch tank. So this gives you guys, this is a G5, gives you guys kind of a good idea of what these lights are capable of. I mean, there's not a lot of shadowing here, not really any dead spots, and this is just, like I said, one XR30 on a 36-inch tank, so pretty cool. This is, I would say, the largest display here at the store, at least the largest reef display. We do have a 1,000-gallon fish-only tank over there. Lights are off right now, so I'll show you guys that one on a different video. But yeah, another large Red Sea display here. I think this one's about 300. I don't know right off the top of my head, but same thing. Newer tank. What we like to do sometimes on newer systems is start off with some large colonies, stuff like just different LPS, bubble corals, acanthos, big mushroom colonies, things like that. This tank's only been up 5-6 months, and you probably think it was a little bit older just taking first glance at it. But yeah, we just kind of try to have some displays here to give people kind of different ideas of what's possible, kind of have all the different types of equipment on display so people can kind of see what some of this stuff looks like in use. And another random tank. This is mostly for like people's pet fish that got too big for their tank. They brought them in, you know, didn't know what to do with them, so brought them into us, and we end up finding a home for them somewhere. That's kind of what this tank is made up of, a lot of that. This wall right here is actually the newest system here at the store, at least as far as the saltwater stuff goes. So this system we're just now starting to stock. Just kind of getting a few things going on over here. But yeah, nice having a cool fish system with a lot of different compartments so we can kind of separate fish a little bit more. And then this is one that a lot of people have really been enjoying lately. This is another raceway here with some of these, what would be frag tanks for most people. We kind of turned this one into like a lagoon. Let me see, it might look better without the orange filter, running pretty white lights here. But this tank has become a lot of our local customers' favorite because we just rotate a lot of different stuff through here, and it's kind of a cool footprint to see for like a quote-unquote reef, you know. Usually you see these and they're just packed full of coral, but this one we're using, you know, to showcase some different stuff. Cool sponge there, some carnations, little filefish. And then we'll have the main fish holding system over here as well for our saltwater fish. So I'm not sure total gallons on this, but we're able, when we're at full capacity, to hold quite a bit of fish here. Didn't show you guys there in the back, but those tubs up against the back wall that are all daisy chained together, that's our fish quarantine system. So most of our fish are going to go through a 7-day treatment, usually just with copper. We do offer a more extensive quarantine process as well if people want to do prosy, or if they have something else that a special request. We do offer a couple different options there as well. But once the fish make it through quarantine, they will get brought out to this system here and be ready for sale. This tank here, or this system here, was kind of the oldest system here. This is basically the retail coral flat for coral for sales, mostly here locally. So you'll see a lot of the same stuff that we have in the back, minus the SPS for the most part. Some Ghani, hammers, a lot of LPS. I'd say that's probably what we sell the most of here in Southern California. A lot of our clientele really like the LPS, the larger colonies, stuff like that. So that's a lot of the kind of stuff that we'll stock out here. You'll see a lot of Trachophilia, Welsos, Endophilia, nice big plate corals. Been getting some really nice endos in lately. Just feel like it's a really underappreciated coral overall. Again, one of those ones for people that, you know, are setting up a new system. If you're adding a bunch of little 1/2-inch, 1-inch frags, it can take so long to feel like there's actually something going on in your fish tank, you know, before it really looks like anything. So you can add a couple of large colonies right off the bat. Gives you a little splash of color and kind of makes you feel like, you know, there's something going on right away. The tank's alive. And typically a lot of these like solitary polyp, larger LPS style corals, you know, typically not super demanding care-wise, so great for beginners, people with new tanks, to get some life in there and give them something that they have a high chance of being successful with, you know. But yeah, as you guys can see, just a little bit of everything else. More mushrooms up here, some nice war paint scolies, chalice colonies. We actually just got a bunch of rock flowers in recently, keeping these guys down here. Quite a few of these. These are just a couple more little flats that we have down here on the bottom, and then a couple more fish and mostly invert systems here. So yeah, a lot of just random stuff around everywhere, guys. We have customers that like to come in, you know, once a week or whatever to pick up their water and just kind of peruse around and see what random little things might be hidden that they missed the last time or that have come in since their last visit. So get a lot of like trade-in stuff, things like this. Just live rock that's overrun with star polyps and things like that. Basket for mushrooms that find their way away from their rocks. Just, yeah, a little bit of everything. But that pretty much does it for the saltwater. There's the front door there, as you guys, just to kind of give you an idea. You walk in the front there, you go this way for saltwater, or you can go this way for freshwater. And then we have a full assortment of dry goods here as well, on the back wall. Pretty much all your favorite brands. You know, if they make it and people use it, we probably carry it. Everything from Red Sea to Neptune, Ecotech, AI. I mean, like I said, all the major brands, large items, small items. Got the full lineup of Hannah testers here. A lot of people were excited when we started carrying these, and we've been trying to restock the reagents regularly and make sure that we got everybody covered on those. Salifert, got all your test kits. ChemiPure. Reborn is back. I know a lot of you guys are excited about that. But yeah, dry goods, we try to carry everything we possibly can. Price match online to BRS. If there's anything that we don't carry that you guys are looking for, let us know and we will stock it. So we definitely try to act on the feedback of our customers as much as possible, and if we don't have it, we need to get it. So that's kind of our motto. Here's our little live rock station. All the different man-made live rock options here, sold per pound. You can kind of play around with scape, grab some different pieces, kind of set them up, get an idea of how they might look in your tank, weigh them up, and be on your way. I'll give you guys just a quick look at the freshwater. I know most of you guys are here for saltwater, but just to give you an idea of kind of what it looks like and just a full, you know, perspective of kind of the size of the place. For those of you guys that are familiar with the original store, Reef Lounge has been around since 1989, I think. So Jimmy's been doing this a long time. And we have a great local customer base of people that have been, you know, dealing with us for many, many years. Most of those people, you know, the OG Reef Lounge supporters, you're going to be familiar with the Anaheim store, which was a great little store that, you know, did a lot for us. But this place here is, I don't even know, at least 30 times the size square footage wise, and just give us the opportunity to do so much more here. At the old store, most of the focus was on coral. We did fish with what we could with limited space also. But here, we really wanted to create kind of a one-stop shop for everything, whether that be freshwater, saltwater. We really wanted to create an atmosphere where you could come in here knowing nothing, get educated, you know, the correct information, not just information from somebody who's trying to sell you something, and make sure that we're setting people up for success as best we can. You know, I don't want somebody to come in here and be on the fence about whether or not a reef tank or any fish tank might be right for them, and I don't want to be the force that talks them into it if it ain't the right thing for them, you know. So we just really try to make an effort to make sure that we give people the best information possible to operate off of and help them figure out if this hobby is the right hobby for them, and if that, you know, if they come to the decision that this is something that they want to do, we got everything here from A to Z to get you started and on your way. And then, you know, whatever problems may pop up throughout the course, which no matter how long you've been doing this or how advanced you are in the hobby, there's always going to be challenges that pop up from time to time, and we just try to be here as much as we can in those situations as well. Obviously, we have a pretty big servicing side of the business too. We offer full service from, you know, tank, ordering the tank, bringing the tank out, installing it, and then maintaining it, you know, on a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly basis, whatever you guys, you know, whatever the need is. Basically, if it's aquarium related, we have a solution for you here at Reef Lounge. And I've been, you know, helping Jimmy out with the social media side of stuff and some of the marketing stuff here for the past couple of years. that's kind of, I mean, before that, I just used to shop with them at the Anaheim store. When I moved down here to Southern California 4 or 5 years ago, I saw that there was so many fish stores, you know, and coming from NorCal, like, I was pretty excited because we had a couple of really good ones in NorCal, but it was kind of few and far between. And I was really excited to get down here and check out all these different stores. And to be honest with you, like, the vast majority of them were a little bit of a disappointment. You know, as first couple weeks I was down here, every weekend I'm hitting 3 or 4 fish stores and just kind of underwhelmed by all of them. The original Reef Lounge that I went to in Anaheim for the first time was the first time I was like, okay, now this is cool. My only knock on it was, man, I wish this place was bigger, you know, because it was tiny. It was kind of remarkable, you know, double-decker everything, the amount that they were able to do with such a small space. But when I heard Jimmy was getting this place, and then when I saw it for the first time, obviously it looked nothing like how it looks now, but yeah, I just knew that it was going to turn into something pretty special. And I think we're getting there now. You know, I definitely say if you're a reefer coming to Southern California, we've kind of become a must-stop destination. You know, I'm not going to say that there's not, you know, other retailers out here doing a great job as well, because there are. But there aren't that many that are kind of must-sees when you come to town. And I'd say we fall into that category at this point, so. Yeah, I think that pretty much does it for this one, guys. If you ever find yourself in Norco or anywhere in the Southern California area, definitely come out and pay us a visit. Even if it's just, you know, window shop and talk reef, we're always up for that. We are open Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. And then we are open on weekends from noon to 6:30 p.m. So, like I said, you guys are in the area, stop by, check us out. We also do online sales as well, reefloungecoral.com. Mostly just do coral sales. If there's anything you guys ever see in the videos here on YouTube or online, you can always hit us up direct to Reef Lounge Coral on Instagram. Like I said, if you guys see a particular piece, a particular fish, anything that you're interested in, send us a DM. I'll work with you guys directly as far as sales go there. Or if there's anything else that you guys can't find that you're looking for, also send us a DM. We are a direct importer. We work with all the biggest exporters in Indo and most of the other spots. So if we don't have it, there's a good chance we can get it. So any questions, any concerns, any requests, feel free to reach out. Don't hesitate, guys. And with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.